Hi, Lila. Good to see you again. Shoot. Just have a couple more questions for you. And we can finish this case up and send you on your way. You know, cases like these are always so tricky. I mean, it's just so many loose ends. You know what I mean? Hoping you can maybe help me with that.
Sure, I'd be happy to clear things up. So I haven't seen Greg in a long time, so naturally, after our breakup, I moved on with my life. That night, I went out to dinner with some friends, had a little too much wine, and thought about stopping by and seeing if we could rekindle things. That's when I found him just lying in a pool of his own blood.
That sounds upsetting. Must have been a shock.
Mm-hmm.
Did your friends know you were planning to go to Greg's?
No. They had an early flight that night, so thank you. They decided to leave out a bit early, so I went alone, kind of last minute.
Well, we'll need their contact information so that we can reach out to them.
Sure, that'll be no problem. Am I done here?
Almost. Just have a couple more things to clarify. When you left dinner, did anyone see you go?
No. Like I said, my friends left early, so, that's not really something that people would notice.
And you went straight to Greg's after?
Yes, I did. I gave him a call, and he told me that it was okay to come on over.
And you mentioned earlier before that you hadn't seen Greg in a long time. Just to be sure, how long had it been since you two had spoke?
I would say it was probably about 2 months or so. I just happened to see him at a charity event, and we just started catching up, just a bit of small talk.
Oh, so then you know about Stasia then?
I have no idea who that is.
But you must. Because there were photos of that charity event. I mean, Greg and Stasia were practically glued at the hip. You couldn't have missed that rock. I mean, promises. Speaking of which, how long were you Greg's mistress?
You're getting colder, detective. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Did he promise to leave her for you? Man, they can be so fickle. But here's one promise you can count on. You're gonna get the full sentence for Greg's murder.
Oh, what a creative imagination you have, playing your little whodunit game. But you're missing a little something called evidence.
Oh, I have evidence. Like this photo, the ATM behind Tiffany's, showing you following Greg down the street that night. Or this receipt where he purchased the locket, engraved on the back, "I will love you forever." Funny thing, we didn't find it on him or even at his apartment. But guess where we did find it? In your apartment, under a loose floorboard, blood-stained, with a strand of hair in the chain. And I'm sure that we'll get a match when we test the DNA with these tissues you just used. Sure to line up perfectly. Am I getting warmer now?
You think you know everything, don't you? You don't know anything. I loved him. He was mine, not hers. I waited for him for months. He always told me to just be patient when he would miss out on our dinners. The inconsistent text messages, the missed phone calls, all for what? For her? He was going to leave her because I deserved him. I deserved his love. That ring should have been mine, not hers. was nothing. That locket, my locket, it was supposed to be mine. He tried to push me away. He tried to say he loved her, but no. He was going to love me, and if I couldn't have him, no one could. You think you know everything. You don't know shit.